Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another WD detailing video. We are outside. It may rain, it may not rain. We're fingers crossed that it doesn't, but we have something that I've never seen before and probably most of you haven't seen either. I have no idea what it is, but our good friend Adam here does. He is the owner of this car. And where did you even find it and what is it?
So it is a 1960 BMW 700. There was only about 180,000 of these made. Most of them are still in Germany, but they did import a couple thousand of them to the States. My girlfriend's brother and I found this in a barn where it was sitting for the last 50 years. And it's only been outside for 2, so it definitely has some wear and tear on it. Yeah,
the paint looks like a chalkboard you'd find in the 50s. Mm-hmm. It sounds great too. So, being that it's the 700, is this considered a 7 Series?
This may be the predecessor to the 7.
This may be the 7 Series.
7 Series, yeah.
But he was earlier. Adam mentioned that the engine that I think you've since removed and dismantled. Correct. In order to hopefully source out whatever parts may be needed and to rebuild it and actually get it roadworthy. But he said, what is it? A 600 cc? 697
cc, 2-cylinder boxer motor.
2 cylinders. To put that all into perspective, my motorcycle, which is a 2006 Harley V-Rod, has 1130 cc's, which is almost twice as much as what this behemoth
0 to 60 in 28 seconds.
Yeah, you're not getting anywhere quickly in this vehicle, but nonetheless, it's a cool ride. It's a cool Sunday driver. Yeah, so if you guys hadn't heard in the beginning, it is a 1960, and Adam had found a newspaper from, what, 63?
July 4th, 1963. Jamaican sets, 99 cents. Polo shirts, 38 cents. Records for 63, and they're even selling cars on the back for $16.88. Brand new car. $38 a month with a normal down payment.
We just bought a new lens and it was more than $1,688. So, but I mean, look how cool some of it, just like the engineering that was going into these BMWs back in 1960. You know, has kind of come back around. I mean, Tesla's, I think Model 3s open in similar ways. The styling obviously is completely specific to that time period. I don't think you're going to see any of that, but any of that in today's modern age. But it's unique, that's for sure. And what's your plans? What's your end goal for this?
Well, we're gonna give it the old college try and try and rebuild it. It shouldn't be that hard. We did find all of the pieces in the barn upstairs in the attic to get it going, but it's just a matter of fact of finding new pistons, piston rings, all the gaskets got to be replaced, the hoses got to be replaced, we got to check the fuel lines. It's gonna be a project, that's for sure.
But I can only imagine you're gonna be hunting forums and calling
and that's the problem.
There's
not a lot of forums from 1960.
Well, I think Adam had actually posted this on Reddit, and half the people were asking, you know, what is this? I have no idea what this is.
No one knew what it was. They all wanted follow-up pictures, follow-up guides, and how to do stuff. And I've only found like a handful of YouTube videos even showing one of these things running, let alone rebuild. So,
well, I think it might be safe to say that this will be the only detailing video of one of these on YouTube, unless someone wants to point us in the direction. But yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun one. It looks pretty grody, and yeah, thanks for having us come out.
Yeah, not a problem.
Cool.
All right, hey guys, so it's Brent here now, and taking a look over this BMW, as you can tell, it was in desperate need of some help. The exact story that we were told about this car was that it was done being driven in 1965, and it was sat in a barn for a little over 50 years, and then it sat outside for 2 more years in the sun, in the snow, and all the elements. So you guys can kind of do the math there and fill in the gaps of how long it actually sat in the barn. But one thing I didn't get a shot of, and I feel like you guys would think is really cool, is this car only has 34,000 miles on the dashboard, which, if you think about it, for a 1960s car, that's actually insane. And after the B-roll, Adam sent me a video that I'm going to put in here that I want you guys to see. I think you'll think it's pretty cool. It's them pulling the car out of the spot it was in because it sat for so long that it sank into the ground. And lastly, we're only a few hundred subscribers away from 200,000. First of all, thank you so much for the support. But if you guys are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us. And let's smash this goal. So while RJ's taking all this stuff out of the front of the car, I think it's time for the question of the video, so leave your answers in the comments down below. If you had to choose any classic car ever, it could be a one of one, it could be any car, as long as it's a classic and it's old, what would you want to own and why? So since this car was in pretty rough condition paint-wise, we went ahead and gave it a thick layer of foam just to let it sit, get some of the initial dirt off the surface. That way when we went to actually spray it down, it would be a lot easier for us, and it made the washing process easier. And also, just in case you're curious why the headlights aren't in, that's because they actually weren't even attached. We put them in just for the aesthetic, but we didn't want to risk them falling out of the housings or hitting the concrete and breaking because, you know, it's not the easiest thing to find headlights for this specific car. And even if you could, why would you want to break the ones that you already have? And finally, moving on to the polishing of the car, this was probably the most satisfying part. And in case you didn't know already, we have a clips channel where we post clips every single day, and this was actually one of them. We posted it yesterday, so if you guys are not subscribed to that channel, you should definitely go subscribe. They're shorter clips, you'll get one every single day, and you guys will get sneak peeks into our newest videos before they even come out. So the link to that is in the top of the description, or you can watch until the end of this video, and I'll have a clip at the end that you can click on the screen. And for the detailers out there who would do this car, I want you to leave a comment down below saying what pad and polish combo that you would try to do this car with.
Oh, man.
Is that a rat's nest? And for the doors, the dashboard, the seats, the steering wheel, all that kind of stuff, we use this Tornador attachment. And guys, I'm telling you, if you don't have one of these and you're a detailer, it's a must get. It makes your job so much easier and it makes it a lot quicker. So I highly recommend getting one of these. Moving on to the seats, because these ones were in really bad condition. We gave them a shot. We didn't want to use a drill brush on it because it felt like it was deteriorating on the inside. We recommended if Adam does decide to rebuild this car, he should either get new seats if he can find them or get them reupholstered, because there was just no saving these. They were sitting for too long and they're too old to be fixed.